Welcome to this lesson on the nuclear model of the atom. In this video, we will explore one of the most important discoveries in chemistry, Rutherford's nuclear model. This model revealed that atoms have a dense, positive center called the nucleus. Ernest Rutherford's groundbreaking work completely changed our understanding of atomic structure and laid the foundation for modern atomic theory. Before Rutherford's discovery, scientists believed in a model called the plum pudding model, proposed by J. Thomson. According to this model, atoms were thought to be uniform spheres of positive charge with tiny electrons embedded throughout, like plums scattered in a pudding. In this model, there was no concentrated nucleus. The positive charge and mass were believed to be distributed evenly across the entire atom. However, this understanding was about to change dramatically. Rutherford designed a brilliant experiment to test the structure of atoms. He used a radioactive source to fire positively charged alpha particles at an extremely thin sheet of gold foil, only a few atoms thick. A zinc sulfide screen was placed around the setup to detect where the scattered particles ended up. When alpha particles hit the screen, they produced tiny flashes of light that could be observed. This simple yet ingenious setup would lead to one of the most surprising discoveries in the history of science. The results of the gold foil experiment were astonishing. First, most of the alpha particles passed straight through the gold foil without any deflection, as if nothing was in their way. Second, some particles were deflected at small angles, changing their path slightly. Third, and most surprisingly, a very few particles were deflected at large angles, and some even bounced straight back toward the source. Rutherford famously said this was like firing a cannonball at tissue paper and having it bounce back at you. These unexpected results demanded a completely new explanation. Based on these observations, Rutherford drew three major conclusions. First, since most particles pass straight through, atoms must be mostly empty space. Second, the few particles that bounced back must have hit something extremely dense and positively charged. This led him to propose that atoms have a tiny, dense, positively charged center, which he called the nucleus. The positive charge of the nucleus repelled the positive alpha particles, causing them to deflect or bounce back. Third, the negatively charged electrons must be located in the empty space surrounding the nucleus, orbiting around it. The nuclear model has several key features that define atomic structure. First, the nucleus is incredibly tiny, approximately 10,000 times smaller than the atom itself. Despite its small size, nearly all the atomic mass is concentrated in this tiny nucleus. The nucleus contains positively charged particles called protons, which give it its positive charge. Meanwhile, the negatively charged electrons move through the vast empty space surrounding the nucleus. This model painted a picture of the atom as mostly empty space with a dense, massive center, completely different from the plum pudding model. While Rutherford's model was revolutionary, it had some important limitations. First, it could not explain atomic stability. According to classical physics, electrons orbiting the nucleus should continuously lose energy and spiral into the nucleus, causing the atom to collapse. But we know atoms are stable, so something was missing from the model. Second, the model could not explain the line spectra of elements, the specific colors of light that different elements emit. Finally, it provided no explanation for electron energy levels or the quantum behavior of electrons. These limitations would later be addressed by scientists like Niels Bohr, who built upon Rutherford's work to develop more complete models of the atom.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.